collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's forever memories, antiques, and collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
I opened Alex & Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex & Ron, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
that no other offense, maybe they're timing just a little bit off here, Javi. It's going to push them again for another 5 yards, setting up first and 15 once again. It'll be their second false start penalty of the series. Guajardo drifts to his left, puts a little bit too much on that. He was looking for Justice Morales once again, and another flag on the turf. You might have an ineligible man downfield. You got 4 receivers set up to the left-hand side there, and they're going over to Corpus Christi King coaches to decide what they want to do here on this play, whether they want to make up the pass, be second and 15, or they want to push them back further, set up first and long. So they choose for the penalty there, Javi, setting up first and 20 now for the Bears. Yeah, so the Bears lose another 5 yards. That is their third infraction of the game, already penalized 15 yards. Of course, this drive began at their own 47. The Bears have already picked up 2 first downs, but right now, moving in a negative way, they've lost 10 yards. It'll be first and 20 for Guajardo and company. And so something the Bears want to establish here, Javi, is that rushing attack. It was absolutely absent this last game against Florida, but they won't have an opportunity to showcase here on first and 20. So Guajardo from shotgun, nobody back there with them, a little bit of pressure, scrambles out of it. So there's one tackler, he combos. A man dive for the ball. It's going to be an arm wrestling contest underneath. See who comes up with it. And the linesman is waving his hand, meaning it is probably recovered by Guajardo himself, and it will be, so it'll be continue to be fair football. Very fortunate there as we see a sea of white jerseys. Here we see the replay. Guajardo again unable to find any receivers. He tucks it in, runs, and on that move right there, he just loses the ball. A little bit slippery. It is a little humid down there, about 7% of humidity, so that might have a factor on that ball slipping out through his hands. It'll be second and 20 for the Bears. Guajardo rolls out to his left, trying to look for a man. Pumps, goes deep. The receiver, though, hit it for the sideline, not for the post pattern, and that'll fall incomplete. And so the receiver, number 13, kind of a double move there, Marco Guajardo, and never gets set up to go back upfield. That was Trey was expecting him to do, and very fortunate that pass doesn't get picked up by the safety there. So miscommunication, and that pass sailing way over Marco's head, so no pass interference call there, or illegal blocking down the field or anything. But now they're really in a hole here on 3rd and 20. It'll be 3rd down for the Bears. They got to pick up 20 yards, as you mentioned, and they want to continue this drive. Marco fakes running back, looks deep, fires into the end zone. It is caught at about the 3-yard line, and that will be a touchdown. That is Marco Guajardo, almost the same play. Big time strike from 30 yards out. The Bears with a quick strike, and they're up 6-0 tonight. That was just one wonderful play that was set up again by the double move by Marco Guajardo. As he's showing a post corner here, coming up the field, takes it in, then back out. Marco and Trey just having his picture right there, wide open, pitch and catch, able to avoid the tackle, aim for the touchdown. Quick strike, Bears just what the doctor ordered. Touchdown on the opening possession. The extra point is up, and it is good. 9 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. It is the Bears 7, Mustangs 0. Ready? That's on the roll it. Here we see.
Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Oh, sweetheart. Grandma would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
We need to do it and add on 15 yards rushing. So Trey Guajardo getting it done. So the last game, Trey had a 72% passing completion percentage, which is pretty high. Good job on 33 attempts. And right now he's at about 50% 30-yard touchdown. Percentages don't mean a thing if you're scoring points. Right, that's the bottom line. Put up points on the scoreboard. If you can outscore your opponents, you're going to end up winning the ball game. And the kickoff by the Bears is fielded at the 5-yard line. And I believe that is a fair catch. So we're going to send it down to Mr. Pedro Ledma for an update. Thank you. Guys know what's that great stuff by the PSJA Bears. Guajardo throwing to Guajardo for the touchdown. Trey Guajardo had 313 yards and 24 passes completed last game in Corpus Christi. Back to you guys. Thank you very much, Pedro, for that update there. Yeah, he indeed had 313 yards passing on the last game. Many of those coming in from Miguel Flores, but this time the receiving Marco Guajardo with 30-yard touchdown pass there. And on first down, they give us to the running back. He'll get a short gain of 4 yards. And the new rule, Robert, and I can see why he fair caught it. If you fair catch it, you automatically get it inside. If you fair catch inside the 20, you can move it all the way to the 45, and that's what King elected to do. Smart play by the King receiving team, and a busted ball right up the middle. Big time gain right there by the Mustangs running back. That was number 6, Bryson Butler, with the carry. Yeah, that was a direction after their running back, Bryson Butler. And it just takes it up the middle and takes what the defense gives them. And the defense gave him a first down on that play, Javi. It is a first down, the initial first down for the visiting Mustangs from Corpus Christi. Of course, they play in District 15, 5A, Division 1. And when he set him down, the quarterback gives it again to the running back. This time testing the left side of the offensive line. This time nothing doing. In fact, the defense with a great negative play right there, forcing a loss of yards. Corpus Christi comes out in an overload right formation there. And pretty much tells us we're going to run it on the right side. The Bear defense ready for that challenge. Stuffs the runner behind the back here for a loss of yardage here. Setting up 2nd and 13, ball on 34. And they're waiting to play here from the coaches. Corpus Christi team getting the signals and getting up to the line. And receiving these signals is the quarterback, Ben Stewart, who threw for 142 and ran for 32 more. And followed up in the backfield, standing effort right there by that defensive front, not pulled at all. Great job by the defense. That was Jaden Arrington, number 23, the junior linebacker for the Bears. Yeah, wrapping up the running back in the back. Bigger loss, 3-yard loss there. As we see the handoff, nowhere to go. Number 23 all over that. Corpus Christi now off to a very good start here in the first year. You mentioned great job right there on that run blitz by Arrington. So 3rd and long. Let's see if the Bears can get off the field with a defensive stop. The quarterback tosses it. Good throw and batted down the last second. Great defensive effort right there by number 3, Juan Zambrano, the senior defensive back. The Bears do it on offense. They do it on defense. They're forcing the Team Mustangs to punt. Excellent job here by Zambrano. As you see the quarterback, good leg work on him. Gets that ball high. A little too high. The receiver jumps a little too early. But Zambrano, perfect timing, perfect place. He bats the ball down, setting up 4th and long. A fighting situation for the possession of the night.
Runs on.
And back deep for the Bears is
you know what? Everybody play balance
number 5.
Well, after the punt,
Castillo.
And carry it one.
It is punted, and actually they're going to punt it away from him.
Everybody play
And it
balance.
sails out of bounds. The other return man was Juan Zambrano, but neither one will get an opportunity to return.
Number 4, you need to play balance on the lights, where the lights are at. Now, you know
Once
that.
again, yeah, for the 2nd time in a row.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Well, that is Justin Morales. He's been trying to hit Morales quite often. That's the third time he's targeted tonight. Finally completes one. That'll be about a 7-yard gain there. Honest with a quick. It's better right there. Good job. Yeah, able to get 2 yards. Last week he had 19 yards on 2 receptions. And he's already on to a good start here for 7 yards on his first reception. And another quick toss, and that is to number 1, Miguel Flores. He quickly runs downfield. He'll pick up enough for a first down. And the Bears have crossed midfield for the 2nd time this evening. They are at the King 45-yard line. And I really like what the PSJA Bears are doing here. They're just modeling that defense is sleep with those long passes, short passes here. And, you know, sooner or later, expect that long ball coming in from Trey Wahado, so one of those key receivers down there on the field. That's right. Wahado with already one home run touchdown pass this evening. This time they'll give it up to the middle. Big gaping hole. Good running right there. A little bit too much east-west running though. The hole was there. He didn't hit it as hard as he should have. And that's number 7 with the run right there. That's J.R. Vasquez, the junior running back. As you said, Abby, maybe a little too much east and west. He allows the pursuit for the Corpus Christi King Mustangs to get up to him and limits him to a short gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 here. 5:47 in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 7. Wahado once again alone in the backfield with the shotgun. He looks to his right, pumps, throws. He had a receiver wide open. Now he scrambles to his left. He's going to let you run as he sees a lot of running from. But he had number 1 wide open. Miguel Flores was wide open. He didn't see him. Elected to run away to the other side. But still, he picks up valuable yards, and that is another Bear first down. And you know what? He had a little bit of time there in the pocket, as we see here on the replay. You got the Mississippi's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's got plenty of time. Decides to tuck and run. And but those legs again very dangerous for Wahado and the Bears. It'll be a use of downs. Wahado this time rolls out to his right, throws deep, tries to find Flores, and this time he does connect, and that is another great pass, great reception, touchdown Bears. So another 32-yard strike from Wahado to
I missed the first part of it, but I did.
Three passes. Wahado and the Bears tonight pushing the score to 13-0.
Yeah,
and we're still 5 minutes here left in the first quarter. Very explosive offense. Showcase tonight for these PSJA Bears fans, and they're clapping and hollering, cheering on their home team. And that is already 6 first downs here in the opening frame for the Bears, and they are out to a commanding 14-0 lead. The Bears are flexing their muscle already with 125 total yards, and King limited one possession, just 7 yards.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
Will start their second possession, trading 14-0. And so Corpus Christi King this time electing to take that kickoff and run it out. You know, the first kickoff could have been a little bit of the jitters because last week they struggled on special teams, turning the ball over 2 weeks ago. And now that they got their feet set up and they felt a little bit more comfortable taking it upfield, giving themselves better field position here at the 34-yard line. And setting up their second series with 3 good field positions. And of course, the Bears will counter with 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers. And let's see what happens here on first down. The quarterback getting pressure, and he will get sacked. And that was also a holding, so that should be a decline of the penalty and accept the sack. You know, if you're gonna hold, you might as well do it.
Do we see the penalty? Because I don't want to. No?
I don't know.
Ready?
Yeah. You might as well do it and just make sure that he doesn't get to the quarterback. But here we see King's quarterback dropping back. We don't get to see the hold there, but number 19 for the Bears all over the quarterback. That's Marcos Pedraza, the senior linebacker for the Bears, getting the sack, first sack of the night. And that was a big sack right there. Second and very long for this King offense. The Bears bringing pressure once again. This time with the run blitz. blitz a quarterback, decides to keep it. Still nothing doing. Great penetration by the defense. The Bears are hyped up right now defensively.
Perfect timing by the linebackers to shoot the gap. That allows number 90, Manny Castillo, to get past his, easily get past his man and get that sack there. You see number 90 all over number 14 there for King, Benjamin Stewart, the sophomore quarterback. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go indeed. In fact, it's going to be a loss of 5 yards. Back-to-back negative plays for the defense. It'll be 3rd and 23. The Bears can pin their ears back once again, trying to get after that quarterback. And of course, that's Stewart for King. King just says, well, you know what, we're just going to try to get what we can, punt the ball, regroup. That was an ugly series. And on the other hand, a tremendous series for the Bear defense.
So if you look at the stats now, we're going to have Corpus Christi in the negative here. So PSJA Bears pitching a shutout at this moment, holding Corpus Christi King. Here we see the replay. Number 5 just able to get 2 or 3 yards on that game before beautiful form tackle there by the Bears and pursuit getting to him, limiting this. Now here we go, 4th and long situation.
Yeah, they actually lost a yard on that play. So on that.
Again, Corpus Christi King struggling on special teams, having 12 men on the field.
Did you get the audio from?
You pretty much want to get over
Thanks. It was that.
By the second game,
yeah.
You know, special teams should be said. You should know who's on the punt team, who's on the kickoff team, and for them to have 12 men on the field is you know, kind of a big mistake here by King tonight.
That is a big mistake, and I think the Bears have them on their heels. You know, those 3 prior plays, the Bears defense forced 14 negative yards. King punter, you know, he barely got that off. That 3 men almost blocked that. Yeah, they could have done one of those cheerleader formations, blocked one up on the other, and I don't know if that's legal or not, but they could have blocked it if they did that.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
He's getting it better and better. And let's see if they can take advantage of it. They already lead by 14. They snap, they fake the jet sweep, and Guadalupe looking for it all. Throws it high, makes it his own receiver pay the price as he was left unprotected, and that target was to Justin Morales once again.
And Justin Morales wide open. Some miscommunication there by the Corpus Christi King defensive backs, and it's just a little high. It's catchable ball, yeah, but you know, unable to bring it down and setting up 2nd and 10 for the Bears here.
I want to say this though: the offensive line of the PSJA High Bears they are dominating. They are dominating right here. If you see Guadalupe, he's got all day to play. To throw the ball, he needs to set himself a lot better and complete that pass. Because that was a wide open receiver. This time a lot of pressure. That was a face pass. And let's hope Guadalupe's not seriously hurt as his helmet goes up fine.
Yeah, no, that was a very dangerous face pass. Flags from all over the valley thrown on that one. And he's a little slow to get up, tying his shoelace, but you know, I'm pretty sure he'll be okay. I don't know if he's going to have to come out from one place since his helmet did come off there, Javi.
Not by choice. You ain't get off.
And so they are going to call a timeout because he would have to have come out for that one play. So a good call there by the Bears.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Broadville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family.
Going in the backfield, quick toss to the receiver. He breaks a couple of tackles. He gets inside the 10-yard line. So another good pickup on first down. And of course, he is targeting Justin Morales once again.
Yeah, Justin Morales, the junior backup quarterback here, with just a quick catch. And he does the rest with his legs. His receiver did a good job blocking upfield. Some more tackling by Corpus Christi. As you see here on the replay, 1, 2, 3, and then gets those yardage.
And as you say 1, 2, 3, that was another, almost a third touchdown pass thrown. Guajardo fires it out to Marco Guajardo, a little bit outside though. I don't know, the reach of Marco Guajardo, and that ball falls incomplete. It'll bring up a third and very short for the Bears. Good route by Marco Guajardo as he's able to get some pressure from
it's at its fastest right now.
Unfortunately, their trade could not set his feet and hit
I'm sure there's a way that
just leads him a little bit too much. And on third down, Guajardo rolls to his left, finds a man wide open in the end zone. That is a touchdown. And again, he targets Justin Morales, and the formula works again. Third touchdown pass. The Bears out to a commanding 20-0 lead.
So you have trick formation up on the left-hand side. Receivers run their routes, clear the area enough to form that little bubble there for number 12. Again, goes uncovered, uncontested, untouched for their third touchdown of the night. Now the Bears lead 20-0, 3:52 still left in the first quarter, Javi. And the Mustangs really nowhere to be found tonight.
Yeah, they're reading right now. They're shell-shocked right now. They don't know what they walked into. And the Bears are going to add another point.
Yeah.
Still 3 minutes to go, almost 3 minutes to go in the first.
We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Thank you very much, Pedro. So Trey already hitting Miguel Flores, Marco Guajardo, Justin Morales, all for touchdowns. You know, he's spreading that ball around pretty well, Javi. A couple receivers still needing a touchdown pass for Ethan Castillo and Jared Vasquez, so I'm sure he won't leave him out and let him join some of that fun.
Well, we got plenty of game for him to do that. And again, a fair catch at the 5-yard line that'll result in the visiting team, Corpus Christi King, taking over at their own 25-yard line.
And so again, when we look at the stats after that last drive by Corpus Christi King, they had only 7 yards total after penalties and bad plays. Corpus Christi King tonight is at negative 3 yards here, 2:52. And so they're hoping that they can get there instead of expect them to go back to fundamentals and go to the bread and butter plays here on this series.
Yeah, the Bears have come out on fire, clicking offensively and defensively. Let's see if they can keep it up. There's still a long game to go. There's 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. The King Mustangs have yet to pick up a first down. Coach is vividly upset as they had to call a timeout even before the first play of the series.
And let's look at how many players they got.
Midfield, and the Bears have already put up 21 points. So let's see if the Bears can continue to put their foot down on the pedal and extend this lead. to give around the right side of that defense, right in front of the Bears sideline. Good pickup on first down right there, about a 3-yard pickup. And that was Bryson Butler able to get the edge just a bit. Good tackle there by the defensive back to slow him down on for a 3-yard gain. He breaks that shoelace tackle. He's going to be getting a whole lot more yards. But again, we talked about fundamentals and Mustang ball. And they got a pretty good rushing tackle there. With I have not seen Guy yet. No, Nathaniel Guy run the ball. So I'm curious about that. And the quarterback keeper, Stewart Rosenberg, right as he gets scored by the defense, and that'll be a tough quarterback set, outstanding defense by the Bears. Yeah, that offensive line really doesn't have any answers for that pass rush by the Bears. They've been cherry picking the quarterback all night long, and look at that, just licking their chops. 1, 2, 3 Bears around it, bring him down. That's something. Hey, welcome here to PSJA football. Hard-hitting defense by the Bears. Now, Manny Castillo was sacked, helped out by Pablo Cedillo. It's going to be a 3rd and mile once again for the King Mustangs. In the backfield, does a great job of eluding some runners, puts his helmet down, barrels over 2 defenders, so a fine piece of work right there by that King running back. And that'll be well short of a first down. That was the sophomore running back, linebacker Josiah, number 5 for the Mustangs, giving them a little bit of life there, but not enough to get that first down, as you just said, Javi. And once again, the quarterback finds themselves in punting situation, but here we go, little motion on that side formation. They are in punt formation, and because of all that movement, Robert, I think that kind of surprised the Bears.
You know, Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Oh, sweetheart. Grandpa would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
Taking care of everybody on the field. And we had some weather today. We had some rain in the area. The temperature a bit down.
There's no punter too. There's a punter.
And we are ready to get set. Already back this time for the Bears. The King Mustangs clearly in punt formation. The Bears may be expecting a fake, and it is a punt. And this ball will fall harmlessly at the 41-yard line, take a huge king bounce, and it's going to roll all the way down to the Bears 26-yard line. So fine job right there by the punt unit. You know what? And they were just, like you said, better safe than sorry. They don't want any trickery by the Mustangs, so they're going to take that as they've been able to dictate what they want to do on offense. So they're willing to accept the challenge of maybe having a longer field to score a touchdown and set up rather than get the 6 points to the Mustangs for another opportunity to get a few series. Well, this will be the worst starting field position of the evening for the Bears at their own 27-yard line. Well, Hoplo, with a draw play, running back with a lot of running room, and he's off to the races. He kind of gets tripped up, but not before he gets all the way to the 44-yard line. That'll be more than enough for a first down. And that's J.R. Vasquez on the carry. Longest run for the Bears tonight. And the Bears monster coming out, tripping him up, as he said. Otherwise, he's going to get 5-7 yards on that run. But not a bad way to start the rest tonight. Yeah, 17-yard pickup right there by Vasquez.
That's what I had.
It'll be first down. And Guajardo cross up the middle. And the reception is made by the running back. That is number 5, Ethan Castillo. So Castillo getting in the action now. A short toss on a shovel pass. That'll result in a 1-yard pickup. So not much running room there for the Bears, as you said. They have a short run there. setting up 2nd and 9. And again, you know, they're trying to establish that run game, and they're going to continue doing that. And well, Harlow sits back in the pocket, great protection, rolls out, fires, 2 men in the vicinity, and the right one spotted, and that is number 5. He's off to the races, and he will get caught from behind. That is number 5, Ethan Castillo, who almost ran in for a touchdown. Great effort right there. Although there was some confusion, there's a 2 receivers wide open. And the receivers not afraid to share it well.
Replay?
Yeah. Ethan Castillo almost had an opportunity for a touchdown.
Okay, I don't see your camera.
Roll out to his right, and that finds it wide open.
That's the only open game. In reality, I never saw it.
Good total speed by number 13 to tackle it just short of the end zone.
I don't see it.
Yeah, that was a 53-yard pickup. He needed 2 more though. 55 was a magic number. He fell just short, but in the first quarter, Robert, a dominating performance from a team with great expectations.
I think it's already on though. I already just checked it and I hear it on YouTube. They helped me here. They changed it to the one that's embedded because you had it on USB. But they helped me out here. It's already on though. I heard it right now.
Here we go.
All right, cool.
And now with that long pass, the Bears have a total of 12 yards on 167 yards passing. So a great night through the air for the PSJA High Mighty Bears. The Bears are looking mighty, and they'll be even mightier if they can punch it into the end zone right here. They're a couple yards away. First they go from the 2-man in motion. The Bears continue to be in shotgun. Quick toss, and that man in motion does make the reception. That'll be number 5 with a 2-yard reception. Touchdown pass from goes to the 4th receiver now. Receiver having a touchdown. Yeah, Bears extended their lead. We see the replay. I need Max up on top. To his left, and finds a streak in Ethan Castillo out. And he's able to break the play.
Yeah,
let him know when you're ready. So on 169 yards passing for the night, the Bears' total offense is 214 yards out. Which is
okay, well, make sure that you say who is tell one and tell Danny who it's going to be between you or a kid.
Points. And a lot of hustle, a lot of heart, a lot of desire. I don't know if they ever blew the.
They get through?
No, they're going to go ahead and stop. Yeah, no. Sorry, a little short on that. That was Jared.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
I need for you to wait, Valen. I need for you to tell me when you're ready.
Up on the evening, and these boys
I know
work
Pedro's
very
ready.
hard.
Are you ready?
But you know, the Bears showed their hard work tonight as their efforts have not put 27 points on the board. So right now we're going to go ahead and send it down to Pedro and our student reporter.
No, Pedro.
Oh, we're sorry. Excuse me. We're going to send it down to Pedro Leja on the field. Give us an update, sir.
Let's go, Pedro. Go. It's on. Go.
Thank you, guys. 27-0.
Come on, run!
You know, in a few minutes, start of the third quarter, we're going to see the backups coming out. Thank you there, Pedro, for that insight from the sidelines. And that's a new dimension that we add to this broadcast to KTRI, the fine broadcast that KTRI brings to you every Thursday and Friday of PSJA ISD football. And the kickoff's fielded at the 10, right out past the 20. A little bit of room around the left side, the far sideline. It's going to get right down at the 35-yard line. So a nice kickoff return for the Bears, 27-0 as we get underway here in the second quarter at beautiful DHR Hillfield. So again, defense doing an excellent job tonight. After 2 possessions, the Corpus Christi Kings had a total of 3 yards for tonight. Compare that to the 214 yards for the Bears. It's a tale of 2 cities, as once told by a famous author there, and the Bears having the better tonight. And
That's one they can hear you. The next cutting is going to be.
I believe that is Edgar Allan Poe.
Guys, give me shots, guys. I don't see a quarterback.
I believe that is Edgar Allan Poe. And the give is, and that is a fumble or a, yes, I'm going to say it's a fumble. Would have been a complete pass. Great penetration, dominating defensive front that the Bears are utilizing tonight. My goodness, that was outstanding.
And so the quarterback's unable to bring his arm forward, and that indeed was a fumble. Very fortunate that they fall on it. But it was a huge loss there for King. As we see here on the replay, number 2 just automatically destroys the quarterback. Ball pops out, and number 3 for Corpus Christi King able to fall on the ball there.
Yeah, that was Mario Cantu, the defensive back with an all-out blitz. And King, the quarterback, he said, you know what, I'm just going to get it and run down one edge. And he does get around the edge. Nice little pickup. He picks up the quarterback sack yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for King.
And something that they've had a little bit of success there, Bobby, is a direct snap to that running back, Bryson Butler. And he's, like you said, able to just take it off the edge there, get those 7 yards, and set themselves up here for a 3rd and 9, which is much better than the 3rd and 16 that they were looking at a little while ago.
And let's see the Bears decide to bring the house once again. And again, the running back, the quarterback, just a keeper right up the middle, not much to do. Bears have safety as though perhaps there was a fumble, and there was. But the Bears come away with a turnover, and the Bears will have excellent field position once again.
And another mistake here by King.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you. Is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
That would be the 3rd offensive.
Yes, sir, but we cannot do it during the game.
And 5 yards back,
you need to do it when
yeah,
you can't do it in the middle. Like right now, we would have done
something
it.
that you
The
don't want
referee
to
would
see
have
right now.
over us. It happened to us yesterday.
On that line, just not getting that time
So
corrected.
let us
But it does give them.
let's just have it ready. That's all that matters. All right.
To get all the kinks.
That's all that matters. You can be ready.
And there's not too many kinks tonight. Aside from that, 5-yard, 15-yard penalty yards. And another good give right there. That is number 7 with the run. J.R. Vasquez. And he's going to get more than enough for the first down. So they overcome the penalty. They get 15. They pick up about 17. It's a 16. So big pickup by Vasquez right there in the Bears. First down.
And I just really like that run there, how he shows the athleticism that Vasquez possesses. As this time, he's instead of heading east or west, he does go north and south, but he's able to shake some of those defenders with those moves. As we get ready, Trey Guajardo takes a snap, pitches it back to number 7, but this time nowhere to go for J.R. Vasquez.
Yeah, the Bears are really, they're using a hurry-up offense. They have a commanding 27-0 lead. Of course, there's plenty of time. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. But Coach Rodriguez is trying to maximize what this offense can do. And right now, they are a juggernaut, and King does not know what is in front of them and how to stop them. The Bears with a quick slant right there to Guajardo. Blazing speed down the sideline. Gets bumped out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way to the 15-yard line, and that will be another Bear first down.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 on the 15. With still another opportunity to get a first down. Here we see the replay, just a quick throw to Guajardo from Guajardo, and he takes it up the field and get as many yards as he can before he's pushed out of bounds. And so excellent job by the Bear offense. Again, keeping that up defense on their heels.
The Bears quickly to the line of scrimmage. 15 seconds remaining on the play clock. Guajardo surveys the defense, looking for an open receiver, finds one, and he just did not connect with him. He was targeting, of course, number 12, Justin Morales, and if he looks a little bit longer in the end zone, I think he might have had a receiver wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, and he just slung that ball at Morales, and he's been able to get back there. Lucky that it's not picked off by number 21 there, who just flew by him. And setting up a 2nd and 10 here, ball still on the 15-yard line. 9 minutes before the half comes, and they're on a 3-receiver set here towards our side.
Yeah, this time Guajardo under center, fakes it to the running back, looks wide, right down the middle, and gets it to Morales, and I think he's going to work it down at the 1 yard line, very close to getting in the end zone. Right here we see the fake. That stalls the defensive lineman. Guajardo just rifles it. And a good effort right there, trying to get himself into the end zone. Dungeons, and you know what? I want to say if that was a touchdown, it won't stand in high school football. And on the very next play, they will give it to number 7, and he will draw it for a touchdown. That is J.R. Vasquez and the Bears with another touchdown. Their fifth of the evening. It is now 33-0.
And so that's a touchdown for Vasquez. But that is you said the 5th touchdown?
Yeah.
4th touchdown. Fifth touchdown already. So by the 5th touchdown, by the 5th different player for the Bears.
All right, Nathaniel, what's up? Okay, tell me.
And 53 yards total offense. 190 coming through the air. And 63
Is that on the settings? Okay, mixer. Okay. And do I right click on there?
And as we've been speaking about
okay,
that, we have a new sideline reporter,
okay, mixer. Okay, what do I hit? In the controls? Or do I hit the little settings one? Okay, if I do settings, I have, it says filters, properties, advanced audio properties, and unhide properties. Okay, got it. What else? I have, right now I put it on microphone array, IDT, high definition auto
energy right there by our fine young man.
Because I had a USB audio, but that didn't. Okay, I have default, I have microphone array, I have microphone USB, and record playback high definition audio.
It's understandable. He's a good kid though. He's one of my golfers. He's a senior.
Do I try default?
We'll see what happens later on when we go back down to him.
Okay, I heard the USB. No, the USB won't give me any sound. That's what we had it on at first. That wasn't giving me any sound at all.
They just not have done anything with it. Unofficially,
you want me to try default?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, then try it.
Baseball, you have a no-hitter, you don't say anything. I just probably ruined it. Not only that, you're called.
No, I'm not getting anything there.
Excuse me, Robert. I was looking at it.
No, I'm not getting anything. The only one that I'm getting movement is the microphone array one. That's it.
And I do take that back, sir. I apologize.
That's the only one that I'm getting anything. But that's, I don't know if
I'll take that as an insult because he's an excellent reporter.
I'm talking here, right?
Here, ready to start off their
What's that?
With a pass long ball out to number 1.
Yeah, well, actually I asked them already, and they are sending the audio.
And the Bears.
Because I asked him about it. That's how he told me about the other thing, changing it. But it is sending audio over here.
And they set themselves up for first and goal on the.
So which one do you want to go with?
What I was gonna say, Robert. Once again, sorry about that. The Bears had pitched a shutout. They had not given up a first down all evening.
Now we can hear them.
But of course, I let the cat out of the bag and let you know the. Mustangs are in scoring position. I apologize to the entire Bear community for that one. And on first down, the hard-nosed run right there by Bryson Butler. That'll get
I can tell you, I can try it. I mean again, but that's the audio that it's picking up.
As we said, that direct snap to Bryson Butler.
Because the other way it wasn't picking it up. And actually, right now, game audio is saying not responding.
Second and goal here, ball on the 6-yard line. But this time we have that.
So do I leave it on the one that I had? Okay. All right.
It's a run right up the middle, nothing doing. Great penetration once again by the
Max,
defense. They give them one big play. Other than that, they have been absolutely dominant tonight. Let's see the Bears again. Keep this Goose Egg up on the scoreboard as they have a commanding 34-0 lead with 7:20 remaining in the first half.
And here taking some time to get that play and make sure they make the most out of these two opportunities they have to put some points on the board. With that best Bear defense is going to give them all they can handle. It's a direct snap to the running back. He gets around the edge and he blazes his way into the end zone. That was Bryson Butler with a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Pink Mustangs, the team from Corpus Christi, visiting the Valley, finally gets on the scoreboard. So absolutely right there, Javi.
They do put up the 6 points after you said that the Bears were pitching a shutout, and so you go ahead and the echas el ojo, and they give up 6 points right after you say that, after that long pass to number 1, and now they're getting ready for that extra point to put up 7 points on here, but right now the score as it stands is 34-6. That was a good extra point. It is 7 points for the Mustangs. A 63-yard drive capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run by Butler. Of course, it was aided by a 53-yard pass from Stewart.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
Brought to you by Far San Juan Alamo ISD and all the hardworking people here, Javi. It's been quite a game to watch so far.
It has been very exciting. It doesn't get any better, Robert, than being at a football stadium in the state of Texas. Friday night football, it is renowned, and this is one. The home side it's got an excellent crowd tonight. It's got an excellent crowd. We got somebody from the Coastal Bend coming over and see what actual South Texas football is, and that is the pride of PSJA that they're getting introduced to, and it's been an incredible evening for the Bears so far.
So a fair catch called here by number 7, who just scored the touchdown for the Bears, the previous touchdown for the Bears. And that gives them good field position at their own 35-yard line. And so again, that explosive Bear offense is going to take the field, led by Trey Guajardo, who now has a total of 190 yards passing, and looking to put some more stats on his stat sheet there.
Yeah, last week he had an outstanding evening, going for 313 yards, rushing for 25 more. The Bears had 353 yards rushing, so he had the majority of the offense. And on first down, he's going to try to add to that total, as you mentioned. He's going deep. He's got Guajardo. He catches him in stride. Great effort right there. My goodness, it doesn't get any prettier than that. Excellent blocking by that offensive line. Tremendous pass. Guajardo catches the ball in stride, just gets dragged down from the line.
And so here we see the replay. Good movement by the quarterback, able to set his feet and just launches a bomb to Guajardo, who gets tackled from behind. Great over the shoulder concentration catch by Guajardo to put the ball at the 20-yard line. And now Ken will take that last timeout of the half with 6:58. Bears already in scoring position.
Yeah.
And that's our rookie argument telling us that the third and final timeout for Corpus Christi King. And once again, here is
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
236 yards, exactly 236 yards passing on the evening, so he's well on his way to another 300-yard passing night.
It's just a phenomenal athlete, all-around athlete. As we said, he can do it with his legs, he can do it with his arms, and tonight, already past the 200-yard marker before the half over, so he continues on this pace. He might have the 400-yard night. And the interesting part on that, Robert, I think he's a much better baseball player. I think he's already signed with UTRGV. He's committed to them. So on first down, Guajardo throws out that arm, and he's got number 7 wide open, streaking on the sideline. Does he stay in bounds, though?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're going to call him out at the half-inch line as it looked.
Well, I don't know. They're saying he may not have made a reception.
Do it.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And in bounds, so of course, and here we see the replay. Guajardo looks to his right and throws to his left. There's number 7. He did not ground. You know what? That's a Des Bryant type of play where he makes a football move reaching over the goal line there. He breaks the plane, and when he comes to the ground, he drops the ball. Right. But he had full control of the ball as he is reaching over. And so we're unable to throw the challenge flag on that. I would if I had one. And so again, excellent coverage by our cameraman down on the field. And here we go, 2nd and 20. Well, Hartwell rolls up and he's got a man wide open and lets you go to a different receiver, and that is number 12. Morales once again with a touchdown reception. That is his second one of the evening. That is a 19-yard touchdown from Hartwell to Morales, and the Bears are continuing to pad their lead. So again, 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hartwell rolls to his right, looks back to his left, and finds a wide open Morales, who just catches the ball, says, all right, you didn't give us the last one, we'll take this one. And Corpus Christi King with no answers for Troy Guajardo and those receivers tonight. And initially, he had a receiver open in the corner of the end zone, elected to hold on and find another receiver, and it works out perfectly. That extra point is good, and with 6:25 remaining in the first half, as you see in the replay, Oaxaca looks at the...
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
An offensive showcase, this time being presented by our own home team, the PSJA Mighty Bears, putting on a show here for our fans. It is an awesome show that the Bears are demonstrating offensively, defensively, and you know what the hell, man? I don't want to see those guys, the guys ones that look black. I don't want to see that guy. Outstanding football, and let's see if this trend can continue here for PSJA High. You know, next week they got a heck of a ball game. They got San Benito on the road. They have a bye week, and they're going to open up against a tough La Jolla team, the new established District 36A. So it's going to be an exciting season this year. And so a fair catch this time again by Corpus Christi Kings. Now put the ball up at the 25-yard line. Okay, but the Bears, you know, they played a very tough Corpus Christi Flower Bluff football team last weekend, and they had a commanding lead. They call it a little bit short time right now before they were able to score the winning touchdown. So that's definitely on their minds all week long as they're preparing to play another, like you said, Coastal Bend team. And with 6:25 here, that defense gets up there. They have a comfortable 41-7 lead. And on first down, King going for the touchdown. And there he is, a great reception. Splits a couple receivers, splits a couple more. He's off to the races. And that is number 1. Will he be caught? And he is, but not until he gets to the 21-yard line. So, elusive running by Isaiah Sampson. Wow, great pass from Stewart, and King, all of a sudden, they're back in business right here. And so Sampson last week had a total of 111 yards receiving from Stewart. Stewart had 142 yards receiving. So some of that being showcased tonight. He hasn't been able to find him too many times this evening, but he does find him on this pass, and it gets good field position, putting the ball all the way up there, 21-yard line. We do take a small break for a player who's down on the field, and again, it's up there.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
On the bright side here for Corpus Christi King, they do got a leader there with Stewart, who's only a sophomore, Javi, so a very young team. And as you said, I think earlier in the broadcast, before we came on the air, sorry, you know, they might be affected by the split that happened there in that Coastal Bend area from them. And on first down, is they give up the middle, not much doing, as I just mentioned. Their run defense has been outstanding. No gain on first down. And so, yeah, the defense does an excellent job plugging up the holes in the middle there. Nowhere to go on that run for Corpus Christi King. As a matter of fact, they do lose a yard, setting up second 11. Clock is ticking, 5:42. I'm sure they're going to try to take as much time off that clock because the Bears, again, don't need too much time to score. And so, second 11, they're getting ready here for a snap. And Stewart looks back to pass, heavy rush, avoids a couple of, avoids another one, another missed tackle. He's off to the races. Gets flipped over at the 13-yard line. But I tell you what, Stewart is a tough customer for a sophomore. I like what I see from him. That'll be a first down for the King Mustangs. And we do have a veritable player might have to on the field, being tempted to let him here. As we take a quick break here, I mean, this sport is a very tough sport, and so when things like this do happen, we do wish all of our players the best. Never would like to see anybody on the ground, but we do have excellent training staff all around the district that does an excellent job keeping our players healthy. They do coach them on what to eat, and they do take care of them, but all those bruises and bumps, and a lot of ice, going around. And so, big thank you to our training staff who works very hard to keep our players safe. And with that being said, and that goes to everything, that training staff, the trainers, all around campus. They don't only tend to do football team. We've got.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Long days, long nights are there early in the morning, late after practice, and so hats off to all of our men and women, student trainers who do an excellent job. We do an excellent job all year long. And so with that said, we now have the last time out of this half taken by PSJA. Again, Corpus Christi King. 7 points, and the mighty defense of Bears trying to make a stand here. So we're going to Pedro Leija and see what's going on downstairs.
And go.
Thank you, PSJA family. We want to welcome Clover Elementary to back the house and make some noise. Thank you, Clover, for supporting PSJA football.
So there's my old alma mater, Clover Elementary. But I'm talking about the old one that's, I guess, the new school there near the church. And
Danny Garcia, Amanda Perea, Julian Howard, Jennifer Garcia, Mike Kraft, Art Gano, Karen Perez, and Joe Moreno. This year's pigskin production is titled Starry Night, inspired by the famous Vincent van Gogh masterpiece. We hope you enjoy this show, which shines light on the realization that no matter how vast the world is, we are all connected. The Bear Band is led by head drum major Marina Rodriguez, drum major Dana Posada, and drum major Daniel Heredia. Drum majors, are you ready?
When I look up at a starry night, I don't only see the or the moon, don't see emptiness. Oh,
look up at a starry night, I see the birthplace of all states. I peer into the past, and I behold the future. When I look up at a starry night, I see myself.
Awesome job, Bear Band. Let's give them another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the Sweethearts of the Tri-City, your 2018-2019 PSJA Bear Reds. The PSJA Bear Reds are under the direction of Miss Monica Acevedo and assisted by Mrs. Patty Minus. by Lieutenant Hannah Garcia, Lieutenant Leslie Contreras, Second Captain Alyssa Martinez, First Captain Alex Zapata, and leading the Barrettes this year is Major Miss Sarah Garza. Barrette of the Week is Miss Jolene Vega. And now performing an original poem to treasure, here they are, your PSJA Barrettes. Great job, Barrettes. Let's give them a round of applause.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Do the math up here, you know, the Bears have a total of 378 yards, and Guajardo has a total of 306 yards in the air.
and 34 yards on the ground. That's a total of 340 yards. So another 28 yards by the rest of the Bear offense there.
Right, not much other production, but he has spread the ball around to several receivers, and Marco Fajardo has 5 receptions, 102 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Ethan Castillo with 98 yards receiving on 5 receptions, 1 touchdown. And Justin Morales with 67 yards receiving on 6 receptions, and he has 2 touchdown receptions. So a wealth of talent offensively and defensively tonight for the Bears.
No, absolutely, Javier. And as you said, that's a mouthful, pretty tough to say there. But here we go with the opening kickoff of the second half. Corpus Christi King is receiving that ball, and they decide to take it out.
And they will run it past the 20, gets belted at the 23-yard line, and that is where the visitors from the Coastal Bend area, Corpus Christi King Mustangs, will start their second half of football.
So the Bears not having to do too many adjustments as everything was clicking in the first half. Corpus Christi King did go in there. I'm sure they had to talk with those young men in that visiting locker room, telling them, hey, you know, we got to get ready, and we still have another half of football to play. And so that offense comes out, still led by that sophomore quarterback, Stewart. And let's see what they have here on this first drive.
And on first down, quarterback drops back, and he is walloped in the backfield. That'll be a quarterback sack. That is number 33 with the tackle.
That's number 33, Alex Mireles. And, you know, he comes in from the outside, and I take that back. That was number 33 for the Bears, Earl Valanca. I believe it's pronounced.
I'm not even going to try that one right now.
And so he'd get the notch a sack for the Bears there, Javi.
And it'll be second down and long. Second and 18, 8-yard loss on the quarterback sack. A quick toss to the near sideline. Not much doing. Good defense right off the bat for the Bears. They're picking up right where they left off.
And there on that play, it just seems like Corpus Christi can't get, you know, they get in their own way there. The number 6, Butler, unable to clear that block from the receiver, runs into him, and then 2 other Bear defenders for that tackle. Short gain on that second down play, setting up 3rd and 18 here on the open drive for Corpus Christi King.
And Corpus Christi King would like nothing better than to prolong a drive, keep that potent Bear offense on the sidelines. And on 3rd down, the Bears are going to get after the quarterback. They flush him out of the pocket, trying to get to the right, and he does. Puts down, flies over a couple of defenders. Great effort right there by King, and they will be a couple yards short. So let's see if King rolls the dice here early in the second half.
It doesn't look like they're about to do that, but a gutsy play by that sophomore quarterback. As we see here on the replay, good drop back there, nobody open. The Bears sent the house and the kitchen sink, and he rolls out to his right and able to get that negative turned into a positive, but not enough for the first down, Javi.
They needed 18. They picked up 16, and a bad snap on the punt. The punter's going to run for his life, unable to get anywhere, so that'll be a big turn of events right there. But at the very end, we're going to have a penalty flag, but the Bears, nonetheless, should retain the ball with excellent field position.
And so Corpus Christi King just losing their cool here, you know, just some frustration on that side of the sideline. You're going to have a personal foul here. You know, after the play, you're going to add 15 yards to that.
After the play was over, personal foul, number 35 of King. Half the distance, first down.
And again, that frustration was shown by that extra push, and then the Corpus Christi King player addressing the referee. Very lucky he was not ejected after that confrontation there.
It'll be half the distance, and that is going to be a great starting point. Obviously, the best starting field position anybody could ask for at the opponent's 6-yard line. So the Bears can quickly add to their halftime lead. And on first down, Fajardo looks, he fires, and it is intercepted. He threw it into double coverage. Ill-advised pass to start the second half. And the King Mustangs forced a turnover, and they're going to run it all the way back out to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and a little bit of excitement there on the defense. You know, they finally have something positive go their way, and you know, there's a little bit of talking there, but the score really not in favor of King. So let's hope this game stays clean here by both sides, and the offense for Corpus Christi King once again on the field, this time at their own 22 to begin the second drive of this half with 9:46 here in the third quarter.
And King will come out with a couple receivers to the left side. The quarterback flanked by a running back to his right. He's going to fake it to him, get around the right side. And, of course, that is Stewart rambling around the right side towards the far sideline right in front of his bench. And he is hit hard and bounced out of bounds, but not before a good 20-plus yard pickup on first down for the quarterback, Ben Stewart.
Again, a little bit of life we're seeing here from the Mustangs. So maybe whatever talk the coach did, maybe light a fire underneath them. And we see a different energy from the Mustangs here on this second possession. And it started after that quarterback third down play where he scrambled and was unable to get the fourth down conversion.
Right.
And then that interception. So a couple things going in the Mustangs' favor, but expected defense for the Bears to settle down and get their heads on straight here.
That was 25-yard pickup by the quarterback, and on second down the give is up the middle. There's a fumble. Let's see who recovers it. I want to say King did. And we have a player down injured. Some hard hitting going on here in the early parts of the second half. And it'll be King football, second down.
You know, Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Sweetheart, Grandpa would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
By the Bear cheerleaders. Of course, they're led by their team captain, A.J. Sanchez. And there we go. And the Mustangs breaking loose and rumbling and stumbling for a touchdown. They are the Mustangs, and that is number 5, Josiah King, representing Corpus Christi King for a long touchdown run.
And Josiah King on that about a 54-yard touchdown run from the line of scrimmage as they get ready here on the swinging gate. And we said it seemed like a different team that came onto that field after the half. And, you know, you were not expecting them just to turn over and lay down. So they come out here fighting almost literally.
Yeah.
And they put another 6 points on the board here with that extra point being good. And now we have a score, Javi, of 41-14.
Yeah, that was a 50.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty.
To making history. This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Going to get ready to receive the ball and try to, you know, get their head on straight so that they can get over that turnover that was there on that end zone and that allowed the Corpus Christi Kings to put up 7 points on that board and expect them to ratify that mistake.
And let's see if the Bears can do that exactly. You know, Robert, in order for the Bears to do what they have set out to do, and there's no doubt about it, the Bears want to get an opportunity to win a district championship this year. In order to do that, they're going to have to play 4 full quarters every single night in a very tough District 36A. So two quarters won't be enough. They got to complete the 4-quarter phase, the second half of the ball game. And, you know, the Bears can't be looking ahead. Next week they have a very interesting matchup against what I consider, you know, one of the best programs in the Valley lately in the San Benito Greyhounds.
Yeah, no, San Benito, you know, year in, year out, they've been a powerhouse school there in the 6A district for many years. And, you know, the Bears are going to have their hands full. But they got to finish this game tonight as we see a short pass out to number 12 for the Bears from Guajardo to Justin Morales for a short gain. But, again, spreading that defense left and right. And they're always dangerous with this north and south routes.
Yeah, the Bears are very tough to defend simply because they have a lot of speed. They got 4 fast receivers. They've got a running back and J.R. Vasquez who can run the ball extremely well. And, of course, Trey Guajardo is a dual-threat quarterback. And with that being said, that is a give. A good piece of running there by Vasquez. And he explodes through that offensive line, and that'll be a Bear first down.
And Corpus Christi King, we're really respecting that deep ball that they give a lot of room there for Vasquez to run through. And he just picks his lane, runs it up, gets another first down for the Bears. Now they're here inside Corpus Christi King territory.
And Guajardo slings it out to number 1, Flores. Flores stumbles, but not before he picks up about 7 or 8 yards. So it'll be second and short for the Bears as they appear to be right on the line of scrimmage, ready to run the next play already.
And good job by number 1 there, Flores, to keep his hand on the ground and keep himself upright and getting those 7 yards to make this second and short here as the Bears run no huddle. You got 4 receivers here to the bottom of our side here, Javi.
Yeah, everybody's stacked here on the near sideline, and the fake around to the opposite side, to the far sideline, and Guajardo trying to be elusive and get around 2 runners, not able to, but still a good 12-yard pickup, and that'll be another Bear first down.
And they were just really playing the numbers game here, Javi. They had heavy over here on the receiver side to the right-hand side, so Corpus Christi King adjusts to that, and that leaves the left side of the field wide open for Guajardo to go ahead and use his athletic ability and get the Bears another first down.
They will have it at the 20. Guajardo rolls out to his right, looks deep, fires underneath. It's going to be caught and pushed out of bounds as number 5, Ethan Castillo. And again, the Bears being very productive on first down, picking up their 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, 4-yard gain on that short pass there. And as we see him roll out to the right, receiver makes a quick out route, nothing but a little pitch and catch, and then gets taken to the ground, setting up second at about 6.
And Guajardo this time with 4 receivers, 3 receivers to his left. He'll look to his right, pumps, throws, finds a man cutting across, and that again will be Justin Morales. So that should be another first down. They're going to bump him out at the 5. So Guajardo already moving the Bears into scoring territory as Morales gets to the 5-yard line.
And here it just looks like they're just playing 7-on-7 here, Javi. Receivers have their way. They have any route they want to run tonight, and they're getting open.
Number 54 of the defense, half the distance, first down.
So I kind of missed that personal foul there with a face mask, but they get half the distance to the goal line, getting another first down, first and goal for the Bears inside the 5-yard line, about the 2.5-yard line, Javi, for them before they get another score.
Yeah, they're going to have a golden opportunity. Of course, this is the second time they've been here tonight in the second half. The first time the King Mustangs were able to force a turnover. And right now we have a discussion as to where the penalty occurred. I didn't see it on the ball carrier. So it must have been maybe hands to the face what it was. In either case, it's a half the distance to the goal. First down for the Bears. Flores in motion. They give it to him, and the speedster tries to muscle his way into the end zone. And I believe they are not. I could have sworn he did dive in, but they say his knee was down at the 1-yard line. It'll be second and goal for the Bears.
Both officials concurring with themselves, saying, hey, he was about a yard short before he extended that ball across the plane there. And now that you're right, Javi, second and short. And expect maybe Guajardo to keep the ball this time.
He is getting it from the shotgun, but before that,
before the snap, timeout, King.
We have an official timeout called.
And that's going to be the first time.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
looked like Trey Guajardo was going to get a little break, but since Corpus Christi King scored, now they're going to keep him and hopefully get another score right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much there, Pedro. You best get off the field before we get a 12th man on the field there.
Yeah.
You might have exceeded the age limit there for high school football just by a tad.
He may have 1 year of eligibility left. I don't know. Put a helmet on that guy and let's see what he can do out there.
No, you know, Corpus Christi King, wise time out here. Get settled down. Hopefully they, you know, they want to have a goal line stance, but that it's going to be very hard to corral this dangerous Bear offense, especially this close to that end zone.
So it'll be 2nd and goal. Let's see if the Bears can bust it in for a touchdown. Another give around the left side, the offensive line trying to push it in. And again, they're going to mark them short, this time at about the half-yard line.
So minimal gain there. So a good timeout by Corpus Christi King. Again, trying to have that goal line stance. They were successful the last time that the Bears were here. So the Bears just that much hungrier to get into the end zone. And as you see here, number 47 stuffs the runner, brings him down to the ground before he can pass the plane of the end zone. And the snap here to Guajardo now.
And he tosses it, and that'll be an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown. Again, he hits Miguel Flores, and the Bears are back on the scoreboard, extending their lead.
And see the replay right here, just number 1 just does enough to get into the end zone before he gets into the secondary guy. And, you know, they throw the ball, pitch, catch, you said it, and a touchdown for the Bears.
And now the Bears are waiting their extra point attempt. Of course, there's 4:58 remaining in the third quarter. The Bears trying to make it 48-14. And the kick will be good. So, Robert, 4:58 remaining.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Guajardo and that explosive spread attack.
It has been very, very explosive indeed. I want to say the Bears could easily reach the 500-yard mark of total offense. I'm not sure what they have right now. They are currently at 434. So with a little bit more than a quarter to go, we're going to take it downstairs to Melissa Lugo.
So thank you. We're here now with Monica Acevedo, which is the PSJA Barrettes coach, assisted by Patty Midas. So tell us, how are the Barrettes doing this year?
The Barrettes have been doing an awesome job. They have been dancing all summer long, and we are super excited for this football season. Go Bears!
Thank you. Now back to you.
Thank you very much there. A fine report from Melissa, another newcomer, another Bear student. I believe she is a senior as well. And
we want to wish the Barrettes luck this season. Their coach, Monica Acevedo, the sponsor, is doing an excellent job with those Barrettes, and we want them to have a successful season. You know, PSJA High on all around, from academics to sports to extracurriculars, are succeeding. And as we see on the field here tonight, with a score 48-14, they're doing an excellent job. As we see Corpus Christi King take that ball for a short gain here, Javi.
Yeah, nice little play right there from Stewart, completing that pass, and King trying to find something positive on offense. And on first down, they're starting to do a much better job of getting themselves in better position. As we see here, just a simple pass, a good tackle by the defense, not allowing the ball carrier to pick up any more yards after the initial contact. And on second down, another pass that is completed to Butler, and Butler is off to the races, and he is very speedy. He may not be caught, and he will not be caught, and that will be a long touchdown pass from Stewart to Butler, and I want to give credit to Butler. That boy can run. That was just about a 5-10 yard pattern, and after that it was all Butler speed.
Yeah,
got him into the end zone.
Absolutely, and that I believe was that Josiah King, number 5, Javi, or
I couldn't tell.
Or number 6.
I think it's number 6.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're correct there.
It is Butler.
That is Butler doing the
The Butler did it.
The Butler did it. Yeah, play a little game of Clue here, and you know what? One thing that I've been noticing is the fundamentals from Stewart as they get the swing gate open. Looks like they're not going to set up here for the extra point. They're going to run a little razzle-dazzle to add the points here. Hand it off there to number 5, and he plunges in for those 2 points. And we're waiting for a signal here. Still waiting. And it's 2 points there. Conversion for Corpus Christi King is good. The score now becomes PSJA High Bears 48. The Corpus Christi King Mustangs 22, Javi.
And that's right. The Corpus Christi...
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Up some big plays. In fact, that is the 3rd reception or pass from Stewart that has gone for over 50 yards on the evening.
So as we were saying, you know, a lot of things that have happened since half, and to get an update on that, let's kick it down there to Pedro Leja on the field.
Thank you, guys. Well, the score is getting a little closer to dangerous. Again, 48-22. The Bears seem to be having problems again on the defense on the 3rd quarter. It looks like a deja vu from last week, so hopefully it won't be the case and we won't find any more surprises. Back to you guys.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We don't want any more surprises as the score now stands 48-22 in favor of the Bears as they get ready to receive this kickoff here.
And the kickoff is going to be caught at the 15. Full head of steam right down the middle. He gets some good yardage. He's going to get tackled at the 33-yard line. And, you know, Robert, I think Pedro wants to get in there and get some coaching in or something because he keeps inching close and closer there to our head coach, Coach Lupe Rodriguez. He might give him a couple of 2 cents worth in a little while.
And I think that's just good sideline reporting. He's trying to get as much information out here to all the people watching at home and on the internet. As we see the replay here with Flores running it up to the 33-yard line, giving a decent field position for the Bears as they get ready to receive this snap here.
And on first down, the give it will be up the middle. A good run, a good productive run on first down for the Bears. And, of course, that was number 7, J.R. Vasquez, continuing to add to his run total on the evening.
And, again, no huddle there for the Bears as they don't take too much time to set up for the next play. Trey Guajardo ready to receive the snap here.
And Guajardo tosses it out to the far sideline. A good piece of running right there. North-south running. Serious business after the reception, and that's Marco Guajardo, who hobbles a little bit, but not after he picks up a first down and gets the Bears all the way to the 49-yard line.
And it's just something the Bears really like to do. They like to spread the defense out left, right before they hit you up north and south, Javi. And they've done 2 plays going short, and here they set up the long ball. And number 1.
He's got a man open, yeah, and he just overthrew him by inches. That was Mike Flores, the speedster, who could not catch up to it. Guajardo just laid it out just 1 yard too much. If not, that would have been another big play.
And the referee's asking for the game ball to set up the next play. A little longer to get that ball back. And here we go. They're going to get set up for 2nd and 10 now, Javi. Corpus Christi King trying to stop this offense once again so that they can get the ball back and maybe keep going, keeping the momentum in their favor.
And Guajardo, with a good solid pocket, overthrows his receiver. I don't think the receiver was ready for it. It'll sail incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10. So what the Bears look really good on the first 2 plays of this series. The next couple of plays missing on the 2 pass attempts, and it'll bring up a 3rd down for the Bears.
3rd and 10 here, Javi. The defense, again, trying to shore up any gaps in their hold. They're going to do a blitz here. We are going to have, it looks like a false start. Maybe he was drawn offsides by the defensive lineman. Let's see what the call is. Both teams pointing at each other.
False start. Number 66 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Not what you want to see here on this very important third down to move the ball against your favor here 5 yards further back.
Yeah, another false start by the Bears, and as you mentioned, you know, 10 yards is hard enough. Now they're going to have to pick up 15. But if anybody can do it, it is the Bears, and they're going to do an end around misdirection play. He's trying to get around the edge, breaks through a couple of tacklers, and then gets slammed down out of bounds. There will be another penalty, though, and I believe it'll be holding.
So it's going to be holding. That could cost them 10 yards, or they might be happy to take it the fourth down here, as they will be about 8-9 yards short of the first down, Javi. So let's see what they elect to do.
Holding. Number 66 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Remains third down.
And they do indeed take the 10 yards. So it'll be third and about forever here for the Bears. But again, Javi, they're very dangerous. So it's nothing that's out of their reach.
Yeah, if they accept the penalty, it would have been 4th and 7. So they're going to push them all the way back. It's going to be about 3rd and 25. It will be 3rd and 25. The Bears have to get all the way to the King 41-yard line. Right now the Bears sit at their own 34-yard line. 25-yard pickup is what they need here on third down. Guajardo rolls out. He's going to fire. He's going to try to get it all back in one play, and he will. And some extra, and Flores will rush off his defender and get into the end zone. Now we're going to see whether that was offensive interference or defensive interference, and we may have a couple of other flags thrown on the floor as well.
A lot of laundry out there right now, Javi. We're going to have to dig through all of this laundry and see what are the calls on the field, as we do have a flag about the 30-yard line of the Bears and another one over here at about the 30-yard line of Corpus Christi King.
And everybody's walking back to the line of scrimmage, so I believe this one is going to come back. We may have multiple fouls on the Bears and maybe on the Mustangs. So it's either going to offset.
So again, not a very clean game here for the Bears in the second half, as they've already allowed 2 scores for Corpus Christi King. Have a couple mental mistakes on that false start, and here we see the replay. Guajardo rolling out to his left, throws back to his right, and good catch by Flores, who was able to shed his defender, and then another poor tackle there by Corpus Christi King as they go for the ball, keeps his feet up and rumbles in for the touchdown, but it might be nullified by these flags that are on the field at this time.
There are 2 fouls, both by PSJA. Illegal formation, not a man in line of scrimmage. That penalty declined. Pass interference, number 1 of the offense. That penalty is accepted. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains third down.
And as we saw there, Javi, even if it was 3rd and long, they were able to capitalize. But unfortunate for the Bears, they did have those 2 penalties on them, which is going to push them further back. So now we're looking at about a 3rd and 50 here.
3rd and 40.
3rd and 40,
They
man.
have 50 penalty yards, and I believe 25 are coming just on this drive, maybe 30 on this drive alone. So 3rd and 40. I've never seen a team pick up a 3rd and 40 before, but I get a feeling we may see it for the first time. It's a bubble screen up the middle, and the running back, after the reception, J.R. Vasquez not able to get off his tackler, and that'll be a 4th down situation for the Bears coming up.
So a 10-yard gain there on that screen play by the Bears sets up 4th and 30. Not much of a decision here to make. You're going to have to punt that ball away and, let your defense do the rest. But as we've seen, the defense has been unable to hold the Mustangs in the corral there. And let's see what's going to happen here as both teams, special teams, are on the field.
The Bears will be punting for the 2nd time this evening. And it's a good one. It's going to be fielded right at midfield, and he got walloped again. Matt scrambled for the ball. I want to say King recovered it, but that was a dangerous reception. by the return man.
Just a dangerous play all around for all the players that were involved in that. The tackler,
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
They're going to give it to the running back. Nobody really knew he had it. Everybody looking for a pass play, and before anybody knew what was going on, the King Mustangs moved the ball all the way to the Bear 33-yard line. So King with a hurry-up offense. They're back at the line of scrimmage, trying to take advantage of this situation of great field position. The give is up the middle again, this time a much shorter gain of about 1 yard.
And so on that previous play, it looked like a little GT there as the guard traps the defender, and he opens up the lane for the running back to get that first down. They try to run the same play again on this next down, and they are only able to get 1 yard this time around, and setting up a second and about 9 as they get the play from their sideline. And again, just a different team this second half from Corpus Christi.
Yeah, they're playing inspired football. They're well behind on the scoreboard, but they're not playing like it. They're trying to cut that into that lead, and again, another great run heading down the near sideline. He's going to get tripped up and stay in bounds, but not before he gets inside the 10-yard line. King will have first and goal from the Bear 8-yard line.
And the defensive coordinator for the Bears with his hands out to the side saying, what is going on there? This is not the same defense that we saw in the first half as they get ready to receive the snap again, Javi.
And on first and goal, the give is around the right side of that defensive front. A much better job and a shoelace tackle right there by the Bears. It'll be second down and goal.
And that would be the last play of this quarter as Corpus Christi Kings were heading north. Now they will be heading south to finish this fourth quarter. And both teams very hungry. Here we see the replay. Just enough of the running back's shoe to trip him up for that loss. And now it's second and 9 with for the Corpus Christi King Mustangs.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
I think that's the difference when you take a big lead at the half. I think you ease up on the gas pedal just a little bit. I'm sure it's something that can be addressed, but you don't want this one to get any more interesting than what it is already. And with that, the King Mustangs try to get to the 5-yard line. They're going to get dropped at the 7, so that'll bring up a third and goal for King at the Bears 7-yard line.
So a third and goal, a very important down here for the Mustangs and for the Bears as well, as we see that Jumbotron trying to get that crowd fired up with the defense chant. But here we go, third and goal for the Corpus Christi King Mustangs.
Stewart gives the ball up the middle. Not much doing. Great defensive job right there by the Bears. And let's see if the King Mustangs elect to go for it on fourth down from the Bear 5-yard line.
So why not? This is a non-district game. You want to see if your players have it together here on this very important fourth down as they hand off the ball. Once again, no, they fake it. Stewart keeps the ball, and he reaches just across the goal line to get that touchdown for Corpus Christi King, their third touchdown of the second half, Javi.
Yeah, they came back with the exact same formation, but this time instead of giving it to the running back, Stewart kept it. He looked for a receiver. When he didn't find one, he just put his shoulders down. He looked like he was going to get stopped at the goal line at his second effort. Got him into the end zone. So King here in the second half, not going away quietly. They're trying to make it very interesting.
And so now the score after that touchdown is 48-28, and we're awaiting the extra point. This time no razzle-dazzle as the swing gate goes back into a field goal team here.
And the kick narrowly crosses over. I believe that bar is 10 feet tall, 10 feet from the ground. I think it went 10 and a half.
You know, Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Oh, sweetheart. Grandpa would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
As explosive as they've been, the defense has given up 3 touchdowns already. And, you know, when they held the Corpus Christi Mustangs for negative yards in the first quarter, they now have a total of 319 yards for the game.
Yeah, 319 total yards for the visitors. Our home team, the Bears, have 459. And as you mentioned, you know, the Bears were shutting them out. I think halfway through the second quarter, the King Mustangs didn't even have a single first down. But all of a sudden, the Mustangs have woken up, and the Bears have a fight on their hands now as they, you know, they have a 19-point lead. They got 11 minutes to nurse that 19-point lead. So let's see if the Bears can turn it around offensively, kick it over the 50-point mark, and put this game away.
And number 1 receives the ball at about the 15-yard line, takes it up the field, couple missed tackles, but he will be taken down at about the 34, 35-yard line. Again, good field position for the Bears. Let's see if they can turn this around and put some more points here before this game's over.
So the Bears offense will come from the sideline. They are going to start at the 34, as you mentioned, and I want to say they continue to have their starters out there.
And here we see the replay. Flores trying to make something out of nothing. Gets it up all the way to about the 35-yard line as they receive a snap. Short pass here to number 5 for the Bears. And that's Guajardo to Ethan Castillo. Short gain. Or is it that a lot? That's actually a loss, Javi.
Yeah, it is a very dangerous pass. A defender had a great read on the play. And the Bears do lose at least 1 yard. They're going to say it's going to be 2nd and 11 on that pass play. So the Bears right now are kind of on their heels, trying to regroup, trying to find their identity again. A sideline pass, and it is caught, but out of bounds, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 11. And I tell you what, this King team from Corpus, they appear to have a lot of momentum on their side right now. They appear to be the team that wants to win this game a little bit more. The Bears are just trying to run out the clock, it almost seems, and trying to get out of here, escape with a win. And we'll see what happens here on 3rd down.
And they might have gotten away with 12 men on the field on that last play as we saw number 75 running off and nobody came on there, Javi.
And Guajardo under heavy pressure, eludes it, runs up the field, dives forward. He's going to be very close to that first down. He had to get to the 44, and I think they're going to give it to him. That should be a Bear first down right there.
And that's just a very generous mark by the official, but it will be enough for a Bear first down. So Guajardo doing it with his legs here as we see the replay, looking for receiver downfield, nothing doing. He just puts that ball into his pocket there and begins to run, does the rest with his legs, and, you know, gets enough for the first down.
And on the new set of downs, again, another quick swing pass. This time they're going to say it's incomplete. And again, the defender who's making a great adjustment on that play is number 4, James Andrews, the defensive back, a junior. That he's reading that play extremely well. And the Bears need to kind of get away from Andrews there because he's made a couple of fine plays defensively on this series alone.
And as we see on the roster for the King Mustangs here, that's a very young team filled with a lot of juniors, some sophomores, and not too many seniors. So some growing pains for the Mustangs tonight, but they're doing an excellent job in the second half adjusting to what the Bears were giving them, and you know, they're giving conniptions here for the Bears on the second half.
It is second down and 10. What we got accustomed to in the first half was second and shorts. Now they're second and long, but a great burst up the middle, and that'll be a 10-yard run from Vasquez. So that should move the chains once again for the Bears.
And so the Bears finding a little bit of tempo here as we see the handoff to Vasquez. It puts his shoulders down and gets those 10 yards needed for the first down. And another new set of downs for this Bear offense as we see a defender get off the field for the King Mustangs.
The Guajardo hands off once again. It is Vasquez, this time met after a 2-yard gain. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 as the Bears have crossed midfield. They are at the King 44-yard line with 9:23 remaining, and the Bears leading 48-29.
Lupe Rodriguez, the coach downstairs, sending the signals to Trey Guajardo as they get ready to receive the snap here.
And Guajardo looks, trying to find a receiver, does find one. And he runs around the right side, around the far side of the football field. And, of course, that was Ethan Castillo with a fine reception, a short reception, but then uses his speed to pick up about another 8 to 10 yards after the catch.
And very fortunate they didn't get called with an illegal man downfield, as number 61 is about 8 yards down the field, but a little very patient play there, as it did take some time to develop that little screen, but it turned into a positive thing for the Bears getting another first down here, Javi.
They are getting into scoring position at the King 29-yard line. No one in the backfield other than Guajardo. He takes it, scrambles up the middle, a lot of running room, heads towards the right sideline, cuts it back upfield, and a fine piece of running right there by Guajardo, picks up about 13 yards, and the Bears are now at the King 16-yard line.
And it's something we've seen throughout Guajardo's high school career here, that he's not afraid to take that ball. If he doesn't have an open receiver, as we see here, he's just going to tuck that ball, run, and do the rest with his legs. He's very athletic, and again, Corpus Christi King not ready for that play, and it just slips through the hands of number 12 as Guajardo's rolling out. But the defender for Corpus Christi King was on the field, and again, very fortunate to get called for illegal substitution there.
Yeah, and Morales was wide open. Guajardo sees him. He sees him. He throws off his back foot, and just off the fingertips, that would have been a sensational catch by Morales. And it falls incomplete, though, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bears.
And again, some more substitution by the King Mustangs here as they face the 2nd and 10. Players getting on and off the field. And so a little bit of confusion still for the Corpus Christi King Mustangs on defense.
And Guajardo will try to take advantage of that confusion. Plenty of time, fires it, and he put a little bit too much zip on that one. That falls incomplete. That pass was intended for Marco Guajardo from Trey Guajardo. Incomplete pass that'll result in a 3rd and 10 for the Bears.
And that ball tipped up by Guajardo puts it in a very dangerous situation for the defenders there. They could just easily pick that off, but nobody was in that vicinity. So fortunate for the Bears, it is incomplete, but it does set up a 3rd and long now here for them.
And here we go. Guajardo drifts back, tosses it to the left corner of the end zone, and it is, I believe it is caught. We're going to find out whether he held on to the ball or not. And are they saying touchdown? That is a touchdown by Marco Guajardo on an excellent pass from Trey Guajardo. Wow, that was an incredible catch.
Incredible catch, incredible run, incredible throw. Here we see the replay. Guajardo under center takes a snap, and just a little fade pass to the corner, gets separation from the defender, jumps up, 1 foot down. That's all you need here in high school football, control of the ball. That is a touchdown, Javi, for the Mighty Bears.
And with that touchdown, the Bears surpassed the 50-point mark. And with that extra point, that'll get them to 55. So it's 55-29. The Bears with 525 yards of total offense. Trey Guajardo.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service. which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
So let's go ahead. Let's hear a little bit of that excitement downstairs, Pedro. Take it away.
Thank you, guys. Well, the score goes into the 50s, and there's two things that the Bears are noticing right now. On the defense, they have a big hole right in the middle, and they're working on that. And also on the offense, the offensive line, they really, really want to work on the penalties because they are not helping the team. Back to you guys.
That's exactly right. Those penalties have been a factor here in the second half for the Bears, but not slowing them down anyway. They get another a few points on the board, extending this lead to 55-29. So if you're a football fan of scoring, you know, we have a total of 824 total yards by both offenses tonight, and that's just that's just an awesome show of both offenses there.
That is modern day football right there at its finest, and we have a great kickoff return, and King will start at their own 38-yard line. So we may see a few more yards and a few more points, as we still have just under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. So still a long way to go. And this game right now, of course, the Bears are a little bit more comfortable with their lead, 55-29, but King has got the motor running offensively here in the second half.
King will have to face that southeasterly wind that we're accustomed to here in the valley. It's blowing about 12 miles per hour as we see the flags there, and Stewart ready to receive the snap here.
And he does, and he looks. He's going over the top. He's throwing into double coverage, and the Bears nearly picked that off. That was a dangerous pass from Stewart into double coverage.
And that's the secondary adjusting to that throw. It's not the first time that Stewart has gone there, as we see here on the replay, just going for that long ball. This time the safety does a much better job adjusting to that. So you have two defenders in that area, and unfortunately for the Bears, they're unable to come down with that interception. But it is an incomplete pass, setting second and long here, 2nd and 10 for King Mustangs.
And that was Isaac Espino, the sophomore, with fine defensive back duties right there. And on second down, the King Mustangs will pick up about 6 yards. It'll bring up a medium third down situation for the Mustangs. It'll be about 3rd and 4 at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line.
So no huddle here, Javi.
And the give is up the middle, big gaping hole, and he scoots by one defender, and he's off to the races. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. That is number 5, Josiah King, with a big touchdown run.
And so Corpus Christi King again strikes Galloping Mustangs on that long touchdown run, put another 6 points on the board, making it 55-35, 7:20 here left. And that was, you know, a good 56-yard touchdown run by number 5, Josiah King, the sophomore.
And I'm not sure if anybody even put a paw on him. And, you know, it's interesting, you know, we got our sideline reporter down there as the King Mustangs go for 2, and he goes airborne, and I think he broke the plane before he fumbled. And let's see what they're going to say. And, yes, that is exactly what happened. Doesn't matter who recovers it as long as the football crosses the end zone plane, and that'll be a 2-point conversion.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
And he took advantage of it, and he took it 56 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, no, maybe the Mustangs might have a mic on our sideline reporter there, Pedro, as he did call it. You know, you had to shore up the middle. The Bears unable to do that. So tack on another 56 yards for that offense for the Mustangs. And, you know, they came alive the second half.
They have offensively. The Bears have struggled, without a doubt, defensively. Their offense is doing just enough, though, offensively to keep King off their backs. You know, it's an 18-point lead. This is one high-scoring affair, and as we look at the clock, there's still about 7:20 remaining in the ball game.
You got a total of 92 points up there, and there's a little squib kick there. Bears do fall on it, so they're going to have excellent field position at their own 48 here, and 2 yards to get into Mustang field position. So let's see what they have drawn up here as we see the Bears once again take the field with good field position.
And at this time, you know, Robert, I think endurance, conditioning is going to come into play because these two teams have just been running up and down the field all night long. It's been a track meet, and it's not over yet. First down for the Bears, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right for Guajardo. The give is up the middle. He breaks through the offensive line, defensive front, and he's going to get tackled after a 12-yard pickup, make that an 11-yard pickup. So the Bears still moving the ball very effectively.
And then that's Justin Morales, number 12, who took the snap, the junior quarterback for the Bears, as we think number 18's done for this evening. Don't want to risk any injury before district play. And so number 12 handing it off the ball to Joseph Rangel, the senior running back. And the Bears once again with a new set of downs here.
Trips to the right. Guajardo here on the near hash. He's going to keep it, hit down the sideline. And actually that is number 12 filling in the Wildcat formation, and that is Justin Morales picking up a couple yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Morales at the helm again, just as he was the play before that. And, you know, the Bears, you know, substituting their offensive weapons, and so getting a little, spreading the experience around here late in this ball game.
And that's a wise thing to do. You know, like as we mentioned, you know, the conditioning comes into a factor, and we still have another game next week that they got to get ready for. So they're going to rely on some backups, see if they can get some battle-tested, you know, plays aside from going up against the #1 offense or #1 defense in practice. They're going to go with some live plays, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and long for the Bears.
And so all those people viewing at home, if you're wondering why our players here have the yellow bands, have you seen them here as we saw them here on this last shot? It's just to raise awareness for childhood cancer. So good cause tonight by our players. Both teams have those yellow bands on their wrists and arms tonight.
And a good pass right there and a good completion. They're going to mark them all the way to the 30-yard line. So Justin Morales doing just as Trey Guajardo does. He's moving the Bears down the field with a fine pass right there.
And here we see the replay. Good presence in the pocket. So it was patient enough for his receiver to get to where he needed to get. Good pass to number 16 for the Bears, Alex Ramirez, the junior wide receiver, and another first down for the PSJ Bears.
And of course Morales himself, the quarterback now, is a junior as well. There's a give around the left side of that offensive front. Not much doing though. Good lateral pursuit right there by the defense.
No, just east and west running. Good pursuit drill there by the Mustangs. Now it's for a 1-yard gain there, 2nd and 9 for the Bears. Here they're receiving the calls. Mustangs making their substitutions. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 players coming off the field. Let's see if they can get the ball snap before that. And so again, some confusion from the Mustangs.
And that was Joseph Rangel on the carry for the Bears. 2nd and long. Quarterback keeper trying to get around the edge, does not. And that'll be tackle for a loss, and Morales slow to get up.
It looks like he might have twisted his ankle before he got tackled, as he fell right before any contact was made. And, you know, he's slow to get up, Javi.
Yeah, he tried to make a quick cut around.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street, and art night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Rodriguez gives him a couple pointers there before he takes the snap. And maybe a direct snap here for Castillo.
Yeah, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it'll be a quarterback keeper. He's got a lot of running room, cuts up field. A penalty flag is thrown, though. He gets all the way to the 20-yard line. Good piece of running right there by number 5, Ethan Castillo. But let's see if this play will hold up.
Number 81 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Makes 3rd down.
So 3rd and 11 will now turn into 3rd and 21 for the Bears, as Ethan Castillo, it was the quarterback on that play. You see him take the snap and off to the left-hand side. Good cut right there before he is tackled. But that play is nullified by a hold from the Bears again, shooting themselves in the foot here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, the Bears have not made it easy for them. They are tacking on quite a bit of penalty yards offensively, and they're making it harder and harder. And here we have a 3rd down and 21. As we mentioned a while ago, it was what, 3rd and 40 at one point, unable to convert that. So 21 yards is what they need to pick up. They need to get all the way to the King 20-yard line. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to pick up a few of the penalty yards. Not much, so they're going to tackle him around the 35-yard line, and that should bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and about 16 for the Bears. The punting unit getting ready. Again, you can pin them deep in their own territory if you get a good punt here. And let's see what is the outcome of this next play here. But, you know, Corpus Christi King has done an really good job coming out of that 2nd half. So they have a lot of positives going to think about as they go home. A lot of stuff to work on as they get into a very tough division that they're in. And the Bears, you know, got a lot to learn from this game as well.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. That's why we have these non-district games. And there's Jared De Leon with the punt. It's a fine punt as well. It's going to be down at about the 13 or 14-yard line. So that's where Corpus Christi King.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Give him the 15-yard line.
That was Josiah King there.
That was a big opening. I thought he was going to get a few more yards. Great job by the defense of filling that gap quickly. It'll be 2nd down. Shotgun formation for the King offense. They're looking up the middle. A quick slant pattern is dropped. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
And a rare miscue by the quarterback as he's unable to connect with number 25, the junior James Valadez. For the King Mustangs. He was wide open in that little pocket. Good footwork again by the quarterback. Is just, you know, he has one of those rare moments where he throws an incomplete pass, as he has pretty good completion rating for tonight.
He does. He's been efficient, and he's trying to go for the bomb. 2 defenders knock each other down, and that'll be a easy trot in for number 1. That is Isaiah Sampson.
And about an 87-yard touchdown pass from that was sorry, I forgot the quarterback's name. That I'm so wowed by that play there to Sampson. But you know, another explosive play by the Mustangs nonetheless.
Wow. Yeah, Ben, and it was just a fortunate play really when you think about it. You know, Ben Stewart laid it up. Again, the receiver beat the 2 defenders, but they knocked each other down for some strange reason. All he had to do was catch it after that. He could have moonwalked it in if he wanted to, and that is an easy touchdown for King.
And so snap here as they tried the 2-point conversion, and again, it was an easy run-in for number 6 Butler, who is now it's a 10-point ball game with 2:52 left here, Javi.
It has gotten very interesting, and that's what I said a few minutes ago, about 7 minutes ago in the play clock. You don't want to.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex Restaurant, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
That kick, we said it might be ready for an onside kick as we see them line up, and sure enough, Javi, there's that onside kick. It does fall on him. Bears do get it on the 41-yard line. So just to make things a little bit more interesting, Bears get the ball back. So let's kick it downstairs to Pedro on the sideline.
Bad news is that the difference. The good news for all the football fans around the valley is that we have reached the 100-point mark between both teams. Back to you guys.
Good news for those people that love high-scoring games there, Pedro, indeed. But the Bears a little uncomfortable, so a little wake-up call. Let's see again what they have drawn up here. The Corpus Christi King Mustangs with a lot of life here in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, momentum is on their side. We have 4 receivers for the Bears, and I think that was a delay of game. Yeah.
It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, we got Guajardo back in the game as quarterback. As I said, you know, they're getting a little nervous. They want to make sure that they're able to finish this game with a W, and so they went ahead and put their starters back in there. We see number 5, number 13, and number 18 all back in, along with Flores at the top of the line here.
So not a good way to start this possession with a penalty. Guajardo gets it out to Castillo, and well, they're going to say he stayed in bounds. I'm not sure if he did or not, but if he does, that's a big break for the Bears.
And so, if I were the Bears, I'd like to take my time here, run that play clock down to about 5 seconds before I snap the ball. Here we see the replay. Guajardo rolling over to his left and finds an open number 5, Castillo, whose knee does, oh, no, you're right, Javi. He did get out of bounds, but they kept the clock running.
And on second down, a give is around the middle. He breaks around the outside. That is number 7. Trying to get into the end zone, and it's a great run by Vasquez. He scampers all the way on a misdirection play to the 25-yard line, but is there a penalty somewhere?
There is a flag, and it looks like it will be coming back, Javi, as the receiver might have been holding the defensive back.
During the play. During the play, blocking the back, number 1 of the offense. 10-yard penalty for spot, a foul, made second down.
So the foul occurred at about the 45-yard line. You take it back 10 yards. They will have the ball at their own 45-yard line, facing a second and about second around 6.
Yeah, and what hurts there is that, you know, that could have been the dagger in the heart right there. That would have been a first down in scoring position. Instead, it's going to be second down again. The clock stops, and now they're winding it. It's at the 2-minute mark. So the Bears, of course, with 16 seconds on the play clock, will try to use up as much time as possible. King with 2 timeouts. I'm surprised they haven't elected to use one here. They're going to gamble on their defense, trying to get a defensive stop. Of course, the Bears want to get a first down and put the game away. Well, Guajardo passes a wide open receiver, Castillo, and he maneuvers himself for a first down. And the most important part after the first down is that he stays in play.
So he is going to stay in bounds. The clock is going to continue to tick. Corpus Christi King might decide to take one of their timeouts here, but it won't be much good as there's only 1:34. They do have timeouts, 2 timeouts only remaining, and the clock begins to tick.
Yeah, so basically the Bears can run out the clock now. With 22 seconds remaining on the play clock, that'll get it down to about the 1-minute mark. After that, they're just going to have to kneel it a couple times, and the Bears should escape with a victory.
And so the body language here by Guajardo, it looks like he's content to let that clock tick down all the way to about 2 seconds. And let's see if they have a play drawn up here. Sure. And no, he takes a quick knee, Javi.
Yeah, he will take a knee. That'll get it down to 57 seconds. The play clock is at 35, but the King uses their second timeout. They have 1 remaining with 54 seconds remaining in the ball game. It'll be second down. King can stop the clock one more time. I don't think that.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Very comfortably on top with a 41-7 lead at the half and extending that one to 55 here. Now with 55, the Bears have scored 55, Mustangs 45, 54 seconds left on the clock. It looks like they're going to walk away with a W tonight.
Yeah, they're going to walk away with a W. You know, the Bears put up a massive, impressive 564 yards of total offense. But unfortunately, King in the second half, with most of the productivity, they amassed 553 yards of total offense. So over 1,000 yards, 1,117 plus this last play of total offense this evening.
Yeah, and so with that play, the ball carrier stays in bounds. King has to take their final timeout. It is 3rd and 16, so barring a bad snap or a fumble here. Offense, and now they explode for 553 yards here in the second half.
Yeah, when you think about it, you know, they have over 500 yards pretty much in 3 quarters, starting with the second quarter. So that's something that the Bears are definitely going to have to shore up, and they're going to have to get it done quickly because they're going to play a good San Benito team next week. After that, they have a bye week, and then they're going to get into a very rugged district. And they're going to open up play with La Jolla as the Bears roll out, and hopefully he stays in bounds, and he does. And that should pretty much do it, folks. That will be 4th down.
And they
Let's see if they have to run off one more play.
And so they kept the play clock at 25, and that will be the last play of the game, Javi. So a special thank you to our KTRI staff, Superintendent Daniel King, and our school board, Javi. I don't know if you have any closing thoughts, any closing remarks here before we
just
sign
an
off.
outstanding football game. I'm very proud to see the Bears get their first win of the year. They're 1-1 on the season. High expectations. They beat a formidable team tonight in Corpus Christi King. And in behalf of Robert and the staff up here in the booth, we're going to send it down to Pedro for the post game.
Proud that where the Bears take the W tonight. Next week on week 3, they're going to be facing San Benito in San Benito. This is going to be the last non-district game for them. It's been a very special night for the crew at KTRI because this is for the first time ever we get to have student reporters. Thank you very much for Edgar and Melissa for having us, for being with us tonight throughout the game. That's all we have tonight. You guys have a great night.
And we'll see you next time.
You know, Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Oh, sweetheart. Grandpa would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.